Welcome to Sheet Director. We're excited to introduce our innovative Google Workspace add-on. Simplify data exchange between apps with Sheet Director, query data, post info from Sheets to apps, and keep everything in sync. In this video, we will see how Sheet Director can help you to automate the integration between Google Sheets and ClickUp. Let's launch Sheet Director and choose ClickUp from the available list of applications. Now we need to authorize the application. For that, I will create a new connection here, and click on the Connect with ClickUp button. Here again, click on the Connect Workspace button. Now your authentication is completed successfully. Now go back to the application page. I will name the service as ClickUp Query Service. I'll then choose the service named Query, which gets the data of selected objects from ClickUp. I'll choose the Tasks object and required values for Workspace, Space, Folder, and List from the drop-down. And then select the required fields from the fields list. For the destination settings, I'll select the Query ClickUp Tasks Sheet tab to present all the values from the ClickUp. By default, it begins from cell A1. Also, we have the option to create a new sheet by clicking on the plus icon. And turn on or off the Include Header and Clear Sheet before getting the ClickUp data. I will proceed to execute by clicking on the Execute button. Upon successful execution, we can see that the selected fields from the list are effectively brought from the ClickUp and seamlessly presented within the selected sheet. Now, let's look at how to create tasks in the ClickUp from Google Sheets. Now, let's make another service and name the ClickUp Post service for creating the tasks from the sheet. I will choose the Post service. Then I will select a specific entity from the list and the required values for Workspace, Space, Folder, and List from the drop-down. At this point, I have the choice to use an existing template or set up the process manually. For now, I'll opt for the template. Applying the template will automatically populate sample data to the spreadsheet, and it will establish automatic mapping using the template. This mapping guides us on where to place the resulting information in the status and result columns. In the sheet, you'll notice columns labeled Status and Result. These fields will provide you with the status of the posted records. If these fields are not there, these can be easily created by clicking on the plus button or choosing from the column drop-down. The mapping aligns the fields between the sheet and the ClickUp. We can manually map by using the column drop-down. Deleting a field mapping is as easy as clicking the delete icon above each mapped field, except for mandatory fields. Feel free to use this sample template data and make any necessary updates. Now, I will proceed to execute by clicking on the Execute button. Initially, the status in the status column will indicate Ready to Post. Upon execution, the Execution Control panel will appear and tell us how many records are ready to post in the ClickUp. At this point, we have two options, Post Now and Close. I will click on Post Now, which will create the tasks in ClickUp. After successful execution, each record will be updated individually in the Status and Result columns. And we can see all the posted records in ClickUp. Let's prepare a new service named ClickUp Sync Service. This synchronizes the tasks between Google Sheets and ClickUp. I'll choose Synchronize as a service type. The Synchronize service allows users to automatically synchronize the data between Google Sheets and ClickUp. I'll choose the Tasks object from the list and the required values for Workspace, Space, Folder, and List from the drop-down. and then select the necessary fields from the provided fields list. The synchronization process requires the synchronize keys to match rows in Google Sheets with corresponding data in ClickUp. You must select the synchronized keys in the fields list. It is essential to note that these keys are mandatory for the synchronization to occur. When there is a conflict between different data in Google Sheets and ClickUp for the same data, either side needs to be overwritten to maintain synchronization. You can opt for either ClickUp Wins or Google Sheet Wins to choose which data to keep. In the ClickUp Wins scenario, the most recent data from ClickUp will overwrite and update the corresponding tasks in Google Sheets. On the other hand, in the Google Sheet Wins, the most recent data from Google Sheets will overwrite and update the corresponding data in ClickUp. First, let me choose Google Sheet Wins. Regarding the synchronization sheet, I will opt for the Sync ClickUp Tasks sheet tab, and by default, it will begin from cell A1. After configuring the service, let us execute by clicking on the Execute button. The execution control panel will appear. If no records are found in the Google Sheets to synchronize, then the sheet director will get the tasks for us. A prompt will appear, posing the question, "Your Google Sheet seems to be empty. Do you want to get the records from ClickUp first?" At this point, two options will be presented, Get Now or Close. You have to select the Get Now option, which will fetch the tasks from ClickUp. As mapping is supported at Sync Service, mapping aligns the fields between the synchronization sheet and the ClickUp. So now it is asking for intelligent mapping. For now, I will choose Yes, so that fields will be mapped automatically. We can manually map by using the column drop-down. To create a new mapping, you can simply click on the plus icon and select Field. If you already have ClickUp data in Google Sheets, then you need to select or establish columns to display synchronization status and results. By clicking the plus symbol, I will add the status and result columns to the sheet and make any necessary updates to update the tasks. For some of the tasks, I will update the name and description value. You can see the current task name and description in ClickUp. Subsequently, I will click the Execute button. Upon successful execution, the execution control panel will reappear with synchronization details. Number of new records found in ClickUp. Total records that are ready to synchronize from the Google Sheet. How many records will be updated in the ClickUp from the total records? Additionally, I will be asked, "Are you okay to synchronize?" This query is accompanied by two buttons, Sync Now and Close. I will opt for the Sync Now button. Throughout the execution process, each record will be updated individually within the ClickUp. Upon successful update, the status column in Google Sheets will depict the status of the data. We can see the updated tasks on ClickUp. Now, let me choose ClickUp Wins. With the ClickUp Wins option, recent data of ClickUp will be updated in Google Sheets. I will clear both the status and result column values to get new updates of records. To test this, I will change the description and name of one of the tasks here. Now it should update the recent value from the ClickUp. Regarding the synchronization sheet, I will keep the same Sync ClickUp Tasks sheet tab, and by default, it will begin from cell A1. After configuring the settings, let us execute by clicking on the Execute button. After executing, the execution control panel will appear and show all the information regarding the update. Subsequently, I will click on the Sync Now button to continue the synchronization. Throughout the successful execution process, each record will be updated individually. We can notice that the value on Google Sheets is replaced by the recent values from ClickUp irrespective of the update made on the Google Sheets. Also, the new tasks data will be fetched from the ClickUp if we added new tasks to ClickUp. Until this point, we observed the synchronization of ClickUp tasks originating from cell A1. Now, let's modify the cell value to be 5. Select another empty sheet for testing and proceed with the synchronization process. If no records are found in the Google Sheets to synchronize, then the sheet director will get the tasks data for us. I will click the Get Now button to get the ClickUp tasks. If you already have ClickUp tasks data in Google Sheets, then you need to establish the status and result column for synchronization and proceed with execution process. Upon successful execution, the execution control panel will reappear with the synchronization details. I will click on the Sync Now button to continue the synchronization. After successful synchronization, you can see the status of each record individually in the Google Sheets. In this way, you can synchronize data from any part of your Google Sheets. Hence, utilizing Sheet Director makes it easy to query ClickUp tasks information and display it in Google Sheets. Creating new ClickUp tasks from Google Sheets, and finally keeping the information synchronized between the Google Sheets and ClickUp tasks. With Sheet Director, you effortlessly harness the magic of ClickUp tasks. Seamlessly query, display, and transform your ClickUp tasks data right within Google Sheets. Experience the future of organization and data synergy with the Sheet Director. Thanks for watching the video.